students, parents, and supporters, and welcome to the first Triton's Guide webinar series. This week we'll focus on college affordability. My name is Cameron Flores, the project director for the Triton Advising Center, and I will be facilitating the first series. We are very excited to have you all here this evening to learn more about your financial aid options and scholarship options, job opportunities. Joining us this evening, I'll go ahead and introduce the 11th president of the University of Guam, Dr. Thomas Christ, to say a few words.
Cameron, and thank you to everyone for joining this important opportunity to find out how higher education can be affordable. And so we're very keen here in the enrollment management and student success and the whole university. We're really keen on being able to ensure that our students and their families can afford to come to UOG and to succeed in this institution. And I think one of the things that you'll find, if you haven't figured it out already, is that higher ed financing is really complicated. There are all these elements to it, and that can be kind of intimidating, but what's important to know is that you've got excellent guides. You've got guides, people advising you to help you figure out how to negotiate this. And so so just as with your professors, when you get into classes, ask them questions, ask your advisors questions, depend on the people at the university to help you through this whole sort of challenge of figuring out how to take full advantage of the money that's available. And another thing that's true about higher education is that there is a lot of financial support out there, and it comes in so many different categories, which is part of the complexity. But there's federal money, there's GovGuam money, there are private donations, there are endowed scholarships, there are clubs and teams and companies across Guam and even farther afield that provide money to help students go through. And it's really common at every institution to have scholarship opportunities that you just don't know about. Even in my own case, I was nominated. I got a scholarship that I didn't even know existed. I didn't even know to ask for it. A professor just nominated me for it, and that was great, but it was something that I just knew nothing about. And so, so even in my case, I know how that can be. So just know that there's a lot out there. There's a lot that's possible. If you run into a snag of any kind, depend on your advisors and EMSS and around the university and your faculty to help you figure out how to solve the problem. So you'll get lots of information in this webinar, and I look forward to seeing you on campus as happy and successful Tritons pursuing your educational dreams with us. And I look forward to seeing you and then shaking your hand on the stage at commencement. So, so good job being part of the Triton community. And I'll leave you with Biba UOG.
All right, thank you, Dr. Christ. Next, I would like to introduce our Senior Vice President and Provost, Dr. Anita Borja Enriquez.
Yes, half a day. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And I echo President Christ on the importance of learning as much as possible of the many different opportunities. And he's absolutely right. Sometimes we just don't know what we don't know with regard to the free money that's available. You know, I don't know how many times I've heard sponsors of different scholarships say, you know, we keep offering scholarships every year, but nobody applies. And really much of this is there may be a variety of reasons. Apprehension because you feel, oh gosh, forget it. You know, I'm not going to qualify, or someone else is going to beat me out. It's amazing because there are those who are savvy enough and pursue the different scholarship opportunities. So I sat through one presentation of scholarships where you had one student receiving 3 different scholarships because not enough folks had applied for the opportunity. The University of Guam Financial Aid Office is really the hub for knowing everything about scholarships available to our students in many levels. The UOG Endowment Foundation works very closely with the UOG Financial Aid Office in terms of offering different ways in which students can afford their education. I am so happy that we do have this forum to learn, for our students to learn more about these particular opportunities, how to navigate through the FAFSA process, how to you know, look out for all of these different funding available. And I just want to note that pursuing a university degree is probably one of the best investments you are ever going to make in your lifetime. Once you achieve that degree, no one can ever take that away from you. But going through your academic degree pathway is not always going to be smooth sailing. And we want to make sure that you are aware that the university is intent on your success, your successful completion of your degree program. Affordability is always a big impediment or a big issue. We want you to know that we will do everything we possibly can to ensure that college remains or university remains affordable for you. We used to talk about a 4-year degree. Now the standard is a 6-year degree. Some who are more ambitious will go through a 3-year pathway or a 4-year or a 5-year pathway, regardless of which term you choose or which path you are on. Just be assured that we will help you get through to that finish line. So thank you very much, Yus Maasi, for being here to learn more over the course of the next few days. And we look forward to seeing you on campus or see you further in a virtual space. Have a great evening and Biba Yoji.
Great, thank you, Dr. Enriquez. And now I would like to introduce the Dean of Enrollment Management and Student Success, Dean Lawrence Camacho.
Hi, buenas and half a day. Good evening to all of our Tritons, current and those future Tritons who are going to be coming on board. To include the parents who are joining us this evening. Today, like any day, is a great day. And so we ask why, Well, it's because of important events such as this webinar, right? Events and opportunities where we could invite you to join us for a session where we could inform you, in this case, 4-part series session, where we could inform you about how much we care about your success here as an institution. This 4-part series will hopefully be a productive set of informative sessions for you to use as you progress on your educational journey here at UOG. Please note that it takes a village to afford you with the best student experience. And here at UOG, we are serious about the intentional and deliberate student support that we provide, as already mentioned. I am so proud of our team of professionals who have worked so hard to put this webinar series together. So I just want to take this moment to thank our team here at the Enrollment Management and Student Success, the Financial Aid Office, the Triton Advising Center, our collaboration with the Global Learning and Engagement Office, the UOG Endowment Foundation, and the Office of the Integrated and Marketing and Communication, to where we as a team can truly demonstrate how we indeed care for our students. And through this webinar, will surely be the first of many initiatives that we implement as we continue to work for you and providing you with the best student support. So again, I want to thank you all for joining us. Please register and attend all the 4 sessions if you haven't yet, because you will gain so much valuable information. And today you'll learn about what we'll have to offer when it comes to the Triton Advising Center, what it does, what it would do for you, what it continues to do. You'll get so much information about financial aid today, even tomorrow especially, and then you will gain so much information about all the different kinds of opportunities with scholarship and everything that we could offer you in order to afford your education and complete this journey so that you are successful. Always remember, your student success, is critical to our success as an institution, and so we are committed to working with you and get you there. I'll end like the previous speakers of our president and our senior vice president and provost and say, Viva UOG.
Okay, thank you, Dean Lawrence. And now I would like to introduce the wonderful staff and presenters that helped put this together. We will go ahead and start with our Triton Advising Center. We have Vivian Valdez, James Fathal, Jasmine Weiss, and Geraldine Mendiola. All right, and now I would like to introduce our presenters from the Financial Aid Office. We will have Christina, also known as Tina Manglotnya. We have Stephanie Francisco. Okay, great. And we would like to introduce a presenter from the Bursar's office, April Pangilinan. And we have our presenter from the UOG Endowment Foundation, Janae Uggan. All right, thank you. Also, our first presentation will focus on providing an overview and highlight some important information pertaining to financial aid, scholarship opportunities, and even job opportunities. So, the financial aspect of college can be intimidating. When you look at the cost of tuition and fees, it may strike you with a sense of feeling overwhelmed, but there are many ways that college can be affordable, as our president and SVP spoke to earlier, as well as Dean Lawrence. But with the help of our financial aid, they can help to highlight some of the options and make the financial aid process a little bit smoother to help you ease your sense of being overwhelmed. So we're going to have Tina and Stephanie speak on the financial aid process and scholarship opportunities.
Hi, everyone. This evening, Stephanie and I will briefly go over the different types of financial aid that you may qualify for. There are different types of aid. First, there's the federal student aid. To see what you qualify for, you'll need to complete a FAFSA, which is the free application of federal student aid. Make sure you join us tomorrow evening, because we will be going over the FAFSA application and giving you some tips to complete the FAFSA. There's also local financial aid, which is our SFAP programs. These include access to higher education grant, nursing training, and others. Ms. Stephanie from my office will give you some highlights for the SFAP programs that may be available. There are other federal and local grants that you may be eligible for, and some of these grants may not have to be repaid. Applying for financial aid is 3 easy steps. First, apply for the FAFSA. With the FAFSA, we can determine what type of federal financial aid you qualify for. Also, other scholarships require the FAFSA to be completed as well. If your federal financial aid is not enough to cover your educational expense, then check to see which local financial aid you can qualify for and apply. And lastly, always visit the financial aid website to see if there are any private scholarships being offered and apply for those as well. You can fill out the FAFSA as early as October 1st for the following year. If you're planning to attend Femanyakan 2022, which is the spring semester, you will fill out the 2021-2022 FAFSA. For this, you'll need your 2019 income tax documents for yourself and or your parents. The same goes for FNAPCO 2022. That's the summer session. You will complete the 2021-2022 FAFSA. Your FAFSA application is good for 1 year. It covers Fanaton, which is the fall, Femanyakan, which is spring, and in some cases, FNAPCO, which is summer. You will need to complete the FAFSA each year so that Fanaton fall 2022. If you haven't done so yet, you can start applying for your FAFSA now. But remember, you'll need your 2020 tax information for yourself and or your parents. Now let's talk a little bit about what types of federal financial aid is available. First, there's the Pell Grant. Currently with an EFC, which is the expected family contribution of 0, you can get up to $6,495 for the year. If you're enrolled as a full-time student, that is, you'll get $3,248 for Fanaton semester and $3,247 for Femanyakan semester. There's also the Teach Grant. You can get up to $4,000 for the year. With the Teach Grant, students majoring in any of the national or Guam high needs field can apply. The national high needs field include, but it's not limited, math, science, which also includes computer science and special education. Guam high needs fields are language arts, science, math, for all grade levels 6 to 12. Okay, now let's talk about the federal student loans. With the federal student loans, there's subsidized loans, which is the interest is deferred as long as you're enrolled for at least a minimum of 6 credits each semester. For unsubsidized loans, once we've processed the loan with the U.S. Department of Ed, the interest starts accruing right away. There's also Direct Plus loans. Graduate students and parents with independent college students may apply for this loan. For both the Graduate Plus and the Parent Plus loan, the parent and the graduate student would have to apply separately from the subsidized and unsubsidized loan. There's also a credit check for both the Graduate Plus loan and the Parent Plus loan. Currently, there's 2 scholarships available on our website. One is the Asian American and Native American Pacific Islanders Serving Institution, which is the ANAPISI, and the APIA scholarship. For both of these scholarships, the deadline is on January 26th. You can find a list of scholarships that's available on the UOG Financial Aid website. The website address is uog.edu/financial-aid/scholarships. There's also scholarships from the region. FSM, Chuk State, Kosrae, Ponape, Yap, Palau, and the Marshall Islands all have scholarships that students from these regions can apply for. If students are interested to apply for these scholarships, they can contact the respective scholarship offices at these regions. So remember, there are different types of scholarships and financial aid that we can help you with. One very important tip is to apply for the FAFSA. This is the gateway to different types of financial aid. If you need help or have questions, please reach out to any of the financial aid staff, and also make sure you check the financial aid's website as well as endowment's website for scholarship announcements. Now, Stephanie will talk about some of the local programs.
Some of the local programs we offer at the financial aid office, as you can see, and you can find this online. We offer this every year. So we have a health professional training scholarship. Under that scholarship, there's social work and nursing training, the nursing training program. In order to qualify for those scholarships, you have to be accepted into the school. We also have the Dr. Antonio C. Yamashita Teacher Corps. You also have to be accepted into School of Education, pursuing a degree in higher needs fields of education. We also have ProTech. ProTech is for first-time graduate students or first-time master's or doctorate or professional degree who have been accepted into a U.S. accredited or professional technical program or an eligible foreign medical school. We do have Pedro Doc Sanchez, and that scholarship is for undergrad and graduate students who are also Government of Guam employees. Graduate STEM Tuition Assistance Program, this is GSTOP. This is for students who are pursuing their master's degree in the field of biology, environmental science, or sustainable agriculture, food and natural resources. Then again, we have the nursing training program. As I mentioned before, you have to be accepted into the School of Nursing to apply for this scholarship. Then we have access to higher education. This particular scholarship requires you to complete your FAFSA every year. And it is on all of these programs that I've mentioned are offered every year. Normally our applications will go online either in May or June for the upcoming academic year. So some of the SFAP program or the local programs, in order to apply, you have to complete the FAFSA. And that's for social work, nursing training program, ProTech, and the access to higher education. Those programs, you must complete your FAFSA in order to apply for the scholarship. Work study is 100% federally funded by U.S. Department of Education. It is a part-time employment that helps pay education expense. In order to apply for work study, you must complete your FAFSA. The deadline for work study is you need to complete your FAFSA no later than May 15 of every year. And we have our own application that we put online every first Friday of August. Not August 1st, it's first Friday of August. And it's just gonna, the link will go up just for that one day. It is a very competitive program, limited spots. So, and we pay $11 an hour. So, and this program is for continuing and transfer students only. New students, if you're coming in for fall, you can't apply for work study until the following semester or the following school year, unless you're transfer students or was enrolled during the summer.
Half a day, everybody. So throughout your journey as a Triton here at the University of Guam, depending on the major that you declare, you may be required to complete an internship, assistantship, or fellowship course in order to complete your degree program. So we want you to know that you are not alone in understanding how to fulfill that requirement. You might also want to find a part-time job while attending school. So the Career Development Office, with the leadership of Ms. Sally McDonald, along with the Triton Advising Center Career Advising Specialists, can help you to understand how to find these opportunities through UOG's 2 new online career systems. This will be launching sometime this month. So keep an ear out for that. But we do encourage you all to create a profile on the Handshake platform, which the link is provided in the slide. And also the Triton Career Connections. Be sure to create your profiles there because those are the 2 platforms that we will be using to post, have employers post internship opportunities, job opportunities for you students. And, you know, it does have other information in terms of, you know, the being able to find employer or community partners, any student organization information, if that's what you're interested in joining. You can also find your academic advisors there. It also has alumni mentors and career coach information. So we do encourage you to check the website constantly and regularly. The website is listed on the slide here, but you can also find it through the Career Development Office website on the UOG website. The contact information for UOG's Career Development Office is listed on the slide, and it is located in the Office of the Dean in the Triton Advising Center across from the Field House. So we are here to help you in terms of completing your degree programs and fulfilling that internship opportunity. If you need assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out and contact us there. Thank you.
Next, we have our presenter from the Bursar's office, where their ultimate goal is to get all student accounts to a paid in full status. And the Bursar's office is responsible and committed to providing students with the support needed to provide students with the support for their financial obligations in order to meet those obligations. So here we have April Pangilinan to speak about the key points on how to go about your financial payments.
Good day, everyone. Thank you, Cam. As she mentioned, we are the office in charge of assuring that students' balances are paid in full. If you're not too familiar of where we are located, we are in the Administration and Finance building. It's the single-story building overlooking Marine Lab. Our business office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And as far as payments, cashier is only open from 8 to 4, Monday through Friday as well. As most of us are aware, 2022 spring will be starting next semester. The deadline for payment would be February 2nd. and February 2nd is the deadline for the full amount. Now, if you're unable to make the payment in full, then we do offer a time option payment plan that simply requires you to pay a certain percentage of a down payment of your total tuition, and then the remaining balance will be divided into 3 months. As far as the deadline for the minimum 10% down payment, that'll be February 1st. Otherwise, if you do decide to come in on February 2nd, which is a deadline, we would require you to pay a minimum of 50% down payment. You would still be able to get on the payment plan, and of course, it'll still be divided into a 3 monthly payments. If you are currently unable to register for 2022 spring, please see our office. You can give us a call or even simply send us an email. Otherwise, you're free and you're welcome to come in person and we can discuss your balances then. We would try to help you and see where we can clear you to register for the upcoming semester. Now, if you are pending any sort of financial assistance, whether it be from financial aid office itself, then we will also try to reach out to them as well to see what the status is of your account and try to assist you there. This is just a simple example of what the time option payment plan looks like for those who are not expecting any sort of financial aid or scholarships. You'll fall under the self-pay example. Basically, just take your total tuition minus your 10% down payment. There is a setup fee or administrative fee of $25 to get on this payment plan. That's also going to be divided into your 3 monthly payments. Now, if you were expecting, or if you are expecting some sort of financial aid, if you look towards the right, we would take your total tuition amount minus your estimated financial aid awards. Whatever that revised tuition amount is, we will add, you would pay the 10% down payment from that balance. And then we will add on the $25 fee, and that gets divided into 3 months. We can do this electronically. So if you're not able to come in person, we can take your payments over the phone. If you're using a card, your receipt will be sent to you via email. And then also, if you're willing to or trying to set up the payment plan, we can create the payment plan and send it to your Go Triton's email. We'll have you review it, sign it, and then you can email it back and we'll send you a completed copy.
All right, great. Thank you, April. Next, we have the UOG Endowment Foundation, and their office provides support to the university. And a way of that support, they appeal to the philanthropic donors to garner scholarships, scholarship opportunities for our students. So here to present on those, an overview on what they have to offer, we have Janae Uggan.
Good day, everyone. Thank you. My name is Janae Uggan. I'm from the UOG Endowment Foundation. The UOG Endowment Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that fosters and promotes the growth, progress, and general welfare of the University of Guam. So we accomplish our mission by receiving donations from individuals and businesses, and by holding fundraising events to benefit scholarships, programs, and research. We currently have over 40 scholarships available, and you can actually find the list on our website, give.uog.edu. Currently, if you go on our website, you currently will just see the list of some of the scholarships that we do provide. But as for applications, we will be opening that up for scholarship applications maybe later this year, later this month, early February. You can also follow our social media pages on Facebook and Instagram for updates on the announcements for our scholarships. Our scholarships are very broad and diverse. They can pertain to any one of the colleges here at the university. And it's fairly easy to apply for our scholarships. When you go onto our website, on the scholarship page, it will take you step by step on what you would need. And when scholarships open up, we'll actually have everything you need. If you need official transcripts, if you need recommendation letters, so it will all be mapped out. But for now, just go ahead and take a look at our website, give.uog.edu, and you look through our website to look at our news. And thank you so much for having us here. I look forward to hearing from any one of you. Thanks.
Okay, great. Thank you all for your presentations. And now we would like to open up the floor for a Q&A. We've set aside about 10 minutes for the Q&A. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and raise your hand. We'll try to get to you. We'll highlight all of the presenters. And if you want to utilize the chat, you can go ahead and put any questions in there, and we'll try to get to all of you within the 10 minutes. Okay, so let's go ahead and, all right, we have everybody. So we have Joylene Uggan, who has a question. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, I have a question. You see the form that we turned in for the financial aid? Do we have to submit that in again when we do our annual FAFSA? I mean, I don't know how it works, but I'm just asking if we have to turn it in again.
Are you talking about the student information form?
Yes.
Yes, every year we require you to submit that. And the reason is because one, that tells us if you want a loan, but it's also the most updated information, contact information for you.
I see. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, and we have a question in the chat from Rowie. What happens if a student doesn't pay the balance on the payment plan by the given deadline?
For the payment plans, as mentioned, it's broken down into 3 monthly dates. That would be February 25th, March 25th, and April 29th. Now, if you're not able to make payments on those specific deadlines, there's a 5-day grace period. Otherwise, then interest is added on to that specific amount that you're supposed to pay monthly.
All right, perfect. Thank you. So do we have any other questions for the presenters? All right, if not, we can go ahead. I'll hand it off to Dean Lawrence Camacho for his closing remarks.
Thank you again for joining us this evening. We have a few minutes to spare here if you had more questions to answer. The good news is that in the next series, the next set of sessions starting tomorrow and the day after, and then next week, finalizing with the 4th session, we have an opportunity for more opportunities for you to join us and to ask more questions. There's going to be more detailed information that will be provided tomorrow for financial aid. For example, when it comes to the applications process, the frequently asked questions, when it comes to financial aid on the federal side and on the local side, as well as then on the 3rd session when we get back with you and you join us again to get more detailed information about the self-service and the awarding of financial aid, as well as the more detailed information on scholarships and how to really kind of apply and what it would take when it comes to the criteria for each of those scholarships. So the series or the webinar here, this webinar series is designed that way to where today becomes an overview opportunity for us to share with you, and then tomorrow a more detailed, the next day more detailed fashion, and then on the 4th day we expect to provide you with information on, and we have folks coming in from the corporate world who would give us more information and you more information on how to stretch the dollar about the investing and all that when it comes to financial solvency, if you will. So there's great opportunity. This webinar series, like I mentioned earlier, is going to be the first of many where we will continue to do what we can to inform you and then also to follow through on what information we give you so that the services are provided to you as a student here, so that we can, again, as mentioned by our president, see you at graduation when you pick up that diploma across the stage. Thank you again for joining us this evening. I send it back to you, Cami.
All right, great, thank you. And so we just want to thank you all again for participating in this webinar series, the first one. And we would like you to, we're going to send out a follow-up reminder link having the survey, and we would like your feedback on that just so that we we can gauge your thoughts on what it is that was presented and see how we can improve and provide you with better resources and more information. So if you have any other questions, these slides will be posted up on the TAC webpage along with the recordings. And if you have any other questions, you can go ahead and contact us at the Triton Advising Center, 735-2291, or you can email us if you have any other questions or concerns. So thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.